You've got about this many kids and grandkids and great-grandkids. And we came up with a plan. We messaged them all. And we said, have a question that you want to ask Grandma. So this is from all of the kids and grandkids and everybody. So throughout this is hours worth of stuff. So everybody got a question on here, all your kids and grandkids. So
well, then hurry up and read it.
okay. What Bray Lynn wants to know, was it really fun to have all those sisters, or did you just fight?
When they were little, us two older ones had to diaper them all the time. So that's how do you know? You poor thing, if you weren't diapered when you were a kid.
Yeah, but you were only 4 years old.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
So was it fun to have all those sisters?
Sometimes, yes.
I agree.
Come on, Mom.
I agree.
Sometimes, yes.
Or did you just fight?
We fought.
You're fighting now.
Can you, for the grandkids, there was a question. Can you tell us the order you're all in, please?
We're in the best order we can.
Can you tell us?
You're so full of it. Mary's the oldest. I am the second. Then we had a sister that she's dead now. Then you tell him.
Fight.
Mavis is second.
Thank you.
Oh, you said it. Now you said it, and you got mad when I said it. Because I didn't want you to say it.
They fight a lot.
Evelyn is next. Janice is next. Millie is not present.
Mm-hmm.
She never was.
We are sending her that
Somebody videotape it. You got her.
one. Millie is being sent that video.
There wasn't nobody else. Then it was me.
Okay.
Didn't matter.
John.
And then
Bob.
This question's from Sam. Raise your hand.
There it is. I know Sam.
Sam's got a tricky one. What was your favorite ever Halloween trick that you've seen? Think back through the 90 years. You got a Halloween story?
I got a Halloween story.
What's it pick?
Good
question,
It
Sam.
was Halloween night. We didn't go out trick-or-treating like they do in Watertown. But there was a knock on the door. And two hunched over people came to the door. And my China hutch was sitting right by as you come in the side door there. And wine glasses. And I guessed who it was. Jim Comas and
Joni has a question.
I know Johnny.
Would you rather live in 1932 or 90 years from now?
You know, if I can keep on like this, 90 years from now.
Good answer. This is from Beth.
Beth, I know her.
Okay, this might be a long answer, but it says, can you give me your favorite memory of each of your kids? There's 8 of them.
Well, I can give you one of my 3 sons. I had a cake, because at Waverly we used to take cakes and stuff in for breakfast. Okay, Mary, you know that. So I had the cake baked, I had it frosted, I had it sitting on the counter in the kitchen, and I said, now you kids stay out of this because this is for church. And I know you know what I'm going to say.
Where's the other one? That one.
All of a sudden,
Was it aluminum foil and frosting?
Yes.
It was Rick. He told me about it.
Okay, Sunday morning came, I took my cake and it looked so nice. I started cutting. Oh my God, a whole roll in front of foil, crushed up foil, and they pasted that, put the frosting over the foil so I didn't know it. There I was in front of all of the rest of the church people.
That's terrible, Rick.
Okay. That's your book.
Yeah, and what when I come home and complained about it, Dennis said, they made me eat some too.
Okay, what do you got about your? You got to tell your daughters.
Girl story too, or no?
No. There's more of them.
Next up is Lacey.
Lacey, what did you question?
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
You know, I'd stay right here. I really would.
This is from Andrea. The pregnant lady in the group asked, "You wish you would have more kids?"
You know what? If I could have had more kids as good as my kids, I'd have had them.
Oh.
But after clean,
After clean.
Bryce wants to know,
Right, okay.
why is my grandpa called your brown-eyed baby boy?
You know, I don't know when that started. I think it was just a jealousy or something among the kids. I can't imagine it, but
Or a reality.
Wasn't it, Mom?
Oh,
I know I gotta answer. Wasn't it when you went to Florida and it was just you packed up to go see Susan and it was just Dad and I and me and you were getting ready to go and then you said, I can't leave my brown-eyed boy. So you went to school and picked him up.
And Rick and I had to stay home from Florida and work so the girls could party. And the neighbors came over and complained.
I think Cindy and I were here helping.
This one's from Dave.
Dave, I know him too.
What do you remember about World War II?
Oh yeah, I got a story about that. I was just a little kid, okay? But I will never forget the day the war ended. It come out. I was a little girl at home, Mommy and Daddy, and I said, "What are they going to have for headlines in the story after the war is over? What are they going to have in headlines of the?" I have a story about that.
I know what a headline was.
From Elisa.
I know.
What is something you wish everyone knew about your parents?
God bless you. God bless you. You know, I never thought my mom and dad knew anything. They're like most kids, they're not. But you know, the older I get, the more my mom and dad knew. And every once in a while I think about, kind of wish I had them here.
Sure.
Awesome. Kind of wish that I could ask my mom. She said something, because I was born in June, and it's a Gemini, and she said it in love. She said, I'm so glad you're only one and not two.
Now from Ashton.
Ashton. Okay.
Would you consider eating a peanut butter pickle sandwich?
Oh, I would love a peanut butter sandwich. Where's Ashton? You go get it there.
Right there.
There you are. You can go make me a peanut butter sandwich. Right now, but don't put it
Wait, I think she missed the pickle part.
Kyle has a question.
I know him. He's a good boy.
What's your favorite memory living on the teen farm?
Oh, girl, I don't know if I have a...
Having 8 kids and wanting more.
The memories that I have is going to that bathroom window when my kids were out at night. Looking down that driveway, looking over that way.
That's Rick.
That's my memory.
That's your best memory?
Huh?
That's your best
No, I said it's
It's a memory.
Oh, I thought you said best
Yeah,
memory.
you probably didn't. I said I don't know as I have a best one.
That was Rick every damn Saturday night. It was.
And I got another one to add to that.
Okay.
I will never forget. I was looking for Rick. You remember that story?
Poor Rick.
Yes. I was looking for him. I went to look his dad up.
Where were
I
you?
said, we better go out and look for him. He's not home yet, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I'm sure he's doing chores. No, and then pretty soon, I went, he wouldn't go out looking for him at that time of the morning. All of a sudden, he came down from upstairs. I said, where in the hell have you been? And he said, I've been here all the time. I said, no, your car isn't here. Well, it's down by over there by the where he had parked it for feet or something. Anyway, yeah. That was very nice.
Even though I was up to sleep.
Maybe that's why you turned out so good.
What was your favorite toy growing up?
I was just going
dolls out of
No, paper dolls.
Yeah,
probably.
paper dolls.
Okay. Paper dolls. Because I don't remember him.
What was the first dance learn you moved to? What was the first dance move you learned to do? And can you still do it now?
I got a story about that one too. Yes. But you know, back in the olden days when we were young, we had the dining room table. Everybody sat all around for breakfast, for dinner, for supper. Well, there was a radio in the living room, and Mom and Dad were very strict parents. Gotta say that about them, but also dancing. Good bands would play in it. Can we get them to dance? They'd say, sure, go ahead. So Mary and I would go in the living room and we did dancing.
So
Show us.
Mary's your dance
Show us.
partner.
Mary
And can you still do it?
Show
That
us.
was the second episode.
Do it. Do it.
I wish we could, but no, we can't.
In the mood.
This is so cool.
We'll speed it up. We can speed. That is so cool.
We still got it.
Send that to the local TV station.
For all of us.
Alyssa has a question.
Okay.
What was one of your hardest days of your life and one of the best days of your life?
Well, today is one of the best days of my life. Yeah. But the hardest day, I guess, would have been when Mom and Dad got sick and never. Because I was in the hospital. Colleen was just born, and I called out there to tell them. And I think Daryl was bringing Mom and Dad into the hospital, and they never came back out.
Well, we took Mother in and then later on.
Well, I know they were both there though, and I wanted to, back then, I couldn't take my little baby down to the room where they were, so they never got to see. And
Well, and just so all the little ones know that both of your parents same week.
yeah,
So you
they
can-
died.
6 days.
We buried my mom one day.
Wednesday, were both
My dad,
Wednesdays.
we stood on Mom's grave and we buried my dad the next day. They were 62 and 63 years old. And here I am, 90.
Well, we're gonna keep moving. That's a good story. But Stephen wants to know what happened to his tree house.
My kids want to play it. There was one here and now it's gone.
How old are you, Stephen? That's like 40 plus.
But the house is still here.
So do you know where his tree house is?
I think we use it for. We made s'mores.
Pete's got a question.
He has too.
What was the make, model, and year of your first car you drove?
That old brown Ford Mom and Dad had. I didn't drive it. The first thing I drove was a John Deere tractor. Me too. Yeah, first thing that I drove. But I suppose it would have been your dad's car. And that was new. We were married in '52, and that was new.
Didn't you ever drive the 42 Pontiac? You were still.
What were you and Mary driving? I never drove it.
When you and Mary would go drive, you
Drive-
and Mary
drive around and drink.
where did that come from?
Yes! I just told that story the other day. That was that old Ford Mom and Dad.
When you left her standing alongside the road.
Yes, remember? Mary and I had the car a Sunday afternoon, and Mary said, "I gotta pee." Do you remember that? She got out of the car, she peed, and I drove off.
So the question is, what car was that?
36, I'll say a 36 Ford.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
Growing up, did you consider yourself poor or deprived as a family? And looking back now, does your opinion change? Do you really think?
Amen, Tammy. We never had nothing. Our dad worked on the WPA to build roads. We used to get food from whatever place in Watertown gave food out back then. But you know, we never felt poor because everybody else was probably, that was in 30, probably 36.
I did feel poor then.
I don't think that we ever felt unloved, but the word was never spoken in the house. And I say this, out of the day of my wedding, I don't think Mom or Dad gave me a kiss. You know, that just wasn't done then. I made up my mind right then and there when I started having kids.
Where's Sawyer? Sawyer has a question. I know it goes from deep questions to not so deep. So Sawyer wants to know, do you like cheese?
I love cheese. I love shredded cheese. I love chunk cheese. I love cheese sandwiches. Yes.
Who's Sawyer? Somebody else.
Yes, that's what it was for.
Tatum has a question.
Tatum, okay.
Tatum has a question. What was your favorite birthday?
This one right here. That's what I like.
Do you have any memory of it? Did you guys have birthday parties and stuff?
No, we never had birthday parties at home. Oh, but I do remember this. When I lived here, Joyce Comas was the only one that ever came down, and she talked about it today. She said, "Do you remember when I used to ride my horse? She used to ride her horse down there with a bottle of wine." Good girl. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I have that memory.
Stella has a question. Stella wants to know, what's your favorite flower?
Thank you.
Probably
It means
rose
star.
might be my favorite flower, but I love flowers, plant flowers around the house. In fact, you used to help me plant flowers around this
I
house.
did.
Yes, it's down by the barn.
And I know it's not my birthday, but I got a flower story because they're growing in my backyard. I remember going to Grandma Teen. They had these purple little things that grew in the yard. And there's some sort of weed. And I asked Grandma, can I have one of them? She said, sure. And I planted them in this yard when I was 8 years old, and they're growing like they're weeds in our yard. Phil wants to know what's the drunkest you've ever been.
I thought you were a Christian.
I was a good Catholic boy at one time.
Okay, I'll tell you this. It was long before I was ever married. It was before I should have ever had a drink. But Donna Hatton, who just passed away, bless her heart, you know this story. Oh, okay. I thought you did. We bought bottles of wine, her and I. I suppose we went into a liquor store. I don't know where we got them. We didn't steal them out of the car.
Tell your dad. Huh?
Not because he didn't have wine. Anyway, this is what she said. We're going to go 50-50 on this, Mavis. 50-50. 50-50. And I got sick. I never did since, but it was before. I never got sick.
I'm not supposed to be answering those questions, but sometimes you
I feel like we almost need a story.
Like,
I wouldn't have had to tell that story, but I did.
Answer the truth.
Excellent question, Phil. Excellent question. Hallie has a question. What is your favorite princess?
Oh, it's got to be that Frosty one on TV. Elsa. Okay, that's it.
Hallie, it's Elsa.
frosty one.
Olivia,
Yeah.
what's your favorite sweet treat?
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
What flavor?
Probably vanilla with peanut butter on it or something like that.
Wants to know, what's the most memorable adventure as a teenager?
Well, I start telling about teenagers and nobody believes me, so I don't know.
Some of us should be answering.
Mom's got a story, Susan.
Okay, I want to hear it. Okay, back in Kransburg when Gillis had that night, I don't know if you knew that anyway, Claire's teen's brother said, "Why don't you ever go out with Big T?" I said, "Because he's never asked me." There, how's that for a story?
Teenager?
Yeah, I was married when I was 20, so that had to be
Bobby, I want to hear your story up first.
later.
Later.
Sit over there.
Lisa has a.
Oh, God.
You would think from Lisa it might be something, but it's practical.
Thank you.
What did you do? What did you do to keep meat fresh before there were freezers?
Oh, we used to go out.
You told me to split up something.
Well, I tell you what we did. We put it out in an oats bin. I buried it down, and then when we'd go dig them out, we'd cut out the mouse chewings all the way around it.
That's I yes, the mice.
Yeah.
That's I wanted to know that story. Like there's something with mice.
I did. There was the hams that we put down there, and there was the other stuff we put out there in the oats bin.
No, in the old car. In the old car. There was an old car we used as a freezer in the winter.
Really?
Well, it's down the bed. Yes.
But that's okay. She's the 90s.
CJ has a serious question. Who is your favorite grandson-in-law who fills your freezer? This is like a Dr. Seuss thing. Fills your freezer with fish.
CJ is my favorite grandson-in-law when he fills my.
We got
That's a
that.
loaded question. That's loaded.
That's a pretty specific favorite.
He also helped carry the freezer up out of the basement. So.
And following along the lines of favorites, Ben has a question. Who is your favorite great-grandkid?
The favorite great-grandkid is anyone that I have at that time.
Good answer.
They're all favorites.
And Chris has a good question. Was it really uphill to school both ways?
No, it was through a creek.
All right.
What was it like traveling by horse and buggy?
It was a lot of fun. And I don't have a story about that.
Colleen wants to know, what was your favorite family vacation?
Going up, you know what we had for family vacations when I was a kid was going to see my grandma in Frankfurt, who was Was it probably? But the speed limit at that time. The speed limit at that time was 35 miles an hour, and so it took a long time
That's a
to
long
get from here, from Watertown to Frankfurt.
Because I was in 10 cars.
You're the one who let her sit down there.
Well, I should have known better.
And we're probably halfway through. Naya has a question. Can you give me a kiss?
Where's Naya?
She's not here. She's
I
sleeping.
know. That's okay.
I don't know. If it starts to get rattling. And since Rob was there, he has a question. What's a secret you have that only a few people know?
I'm gonna tell a secret that I got that only that, but I refuse to answer.
Good answer.
With this many people, it's no longer a secret.
We would never tell.
Damien, who is not here, is...
He's at baseball.
What was your favorite place to eat out?
We had a hot dog. We didn't eat out. I don't know if I was ever in the restaurant before I was.
How about when after you got with the kids?
After he went out to the toilet, she's asking.
Yeah.
Even now, where's your favorite place to eat out?
Probably the wheel in.
Okay.
And Rick David.
Caston. How much wood could a woodchuck chop? If a woodchuck.
We asked them when they get out there and say that. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck wood.
And Jackson has his favorite subject. Can you drive a tractor?
Oh my gosh! I knew how to drive a tractor before I drove a car. Yeah.
Jackson's in the sandbox. He's probably playing with it.
Oh, okay.
Sonia.
Oh.
What period in your life would you call the good old days?
The good old days.
7.
We had a lot of fun at home. We did. We had a lot of fun at home. At night we'd go out. We had a big yard. Play run sheep run and hide and seek. And AI over, yeah. Yes, we said the right thing that time. We had fun, but it was just a family.
So what years would those be then?
Oh, anywhere from probably 10 to 18, or maybe even more 40s.
40s.
Late 40s.
And David has a question for you.
Oh, boy.
How did you listen to music as a teenager? Radio, car, record player, and what was one of your favorite songs as a
Anything
teenager?
country western was favorite. Radio we had, not in the car though. No, I don't. We had a phonograph. Mary bought us.
But did your dad play music for you?
Oh,
The fiddle
yes.
and the guitar.
Yeah, my mom played the piano,
Piano, I remember.
and my dad played the violin and the guitar.
What was your song? What was your favorite song?
Anything country western.
Her and Mary were singing songs.
In the mood.
In the mood?
In the mood. It's real fast.
Mason wants to know how this farmhouse has changed since you lived here.
I just said that a little bit ago out here. I said, I am so proud of what you and Tammy and have done some. I mean, all of this wasn't here way back then. And the basement was an old dirt basement, and there just was nothing. There was a drain that ran from the steps over to a drain hole. That was my bedroom. It was a dirt basement. So no, you guys have done absolutely.
Chelsea has a follow-up question. Then. Chelsea has a follow-up question. She wants to know what was one of your favorite meals to make for the family.
I think it depends upon what I had in the freezer.
I thought you didn't eat it and you tucked it under the baseboard.
I love to cook something. Evelyn just reminded me of something. Back when I was young, I used to make fudge.
That's the question.
Hey, that's a question. You're getting ahead.
He's got to search it.
You like to make fudge.
Yeah.
But that's not a meal.
No, I said I just love to cook, so whatever I had on hand, I guess.
Blair has a question.
Okay.
Actually, she says, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say, happy birthday. Steph, what's your favorite holiday?
Oh, I think Christmas. I think Christmas to be my favorite holiday. That's when we all get together. Yeah.
You're probably supposed to say July 4th. So.
What?
You're probably supposed to say July 4th since that's your
Oh.
birthday.
Cindy.
This is the fudge question.
Big words in here. Cindy wants to know how or why you confuse liniment with your with vanilla flavoring.
That's the story.
That's the fudge story.
Okay. Like I said, I was probably 13, 14 years old. 60%.
We all remember it.
Anyway.
Yeah. You want us to say that?
No. I'll tell it my way.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You correct me. So I made fudge. Okay, and back in the olden days when I was a kid, the Watkins man used to come out and deliver vanilla and all different kinds of stuff. And so I went over to the cupboard and got a bottle out that looked like vanilla. I unscrewed it and I didn't smell of it, and I dumped some in the fudge, and it was liniment. And there was a hole out in the yard, so I went.
You took the old.
I didn't. And I put the fudge in the hole, and the chickens come up there and got.
Tin spoon, remember?
I'm glad you can't talk very loud.
So
But I don't think it was fudge. I think it was a chocolate cake.
No, it was fudge. It was
You know, can we all have some?
Anyway, these chickens got stuck in that fudge. And they had to go out and pull the chickens out of them.
And none of them had arthritis.
Wants to know, what do you remember most about your parents?
What do I remember most? You know, it's like I said, the word love was never spoken in the family. But I think some of the best times we had is when Mom would sit down and play the piano, and my dad used to play in a band, or you know, barn bands and stuff. And he played the guitar, he played the violin, and we would sing. We knew all the old songs. Casey Jones.
Rick wants to know.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It is a good one. This one's deeper. What was your favorite memory with your favorite brother? Let's hear about
Is he
let's hear a
here?
story about John.
Is John here?
No, he's not here, so you should say it.
So I can be honest? He was a rotten kid. He was so spoiled. And then I remember the day when the old car was sitting out there and he bandaged him. I don't know, somebody bandaged him all up.
Evelyn and I think it was.
Bandaged him up and he was sitting there by this old car.
You remember that?
Yeah, but I think we were all happy to have a baby brother, but I didn't know he was going to grow up to
Who was president when you got married to Grandpa T?
I don't know who was president in
Dawn.
1952.
Or Grover Cleveland.
That 1953. You know the song of the president?
You know the answer, Dawn. You wanted to know.
I think it was Eisenhower.
Did you get married in 1952?
52, and she said Eisenhower.
It was 52.
Google it.
To know who's your favorite son-in-law.
Well, I'll tell you.
Who's your favorite son?
But he's wearing a Viking shirt.
I because see, just up there from Waverly, Doug come out and he said, if they'd ask you who your favorite son-in-law was, it's me, isn't it? So just because Doug is here.
To Doug. Got a question.
Blake has a question. He says, "What's your best joke?"
What was it? Okay. Mom, do the one you sent to Carson about the tissue. How do you make a tissue dance? How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that a good joke?
Yeah, I remember doing
A good joke?
Jessica wants to know, what's your favorite holiday tradition?
Easter egg coloring.
Jack wants to know, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Well, it sure wasn't milking cows, I'll tell you.
Amen.
Because we didn't have milking machines. We had to sit there and...
Well, Grandma, it's still not fun with machines either.
Dennis, the brown-eyed boy, wants to know. And we put a long one here. What time frame in the last 90 years would you consider to be the best days of your life, and why?
Well, I think becoming a mother was, I thought, the greatest thing.
1 point for Susan.
Then, when my first grandchild was born.
Susan 2, the rest of us 0.
I thought was the best thing in the world. And then the great grandkids, and I think that's the best thing in the whole wide world.
No, Colton! Colton wins! We got 3 for 3!
Brandon wants to know, what was your most memorable lesson that you learned from your mom and your dad?
Get out there and get that done before this. You aren't going to, it isn't going to be any better tomorrow than it is today. Go on out there and get that shocking done now. It was always, I mean, it was work ethics is really one of the best things I think that we learned from them. It was, you aren't going to get it done if you're just sitting around. So, I'd say work ethics. I do work ethics.
And Jeff wants to know, what was your favorite dinosaur?
The one sitting at the gas station.
Wants to know, what was your favorite sport to play or watch?
Back then, probably softball is what we played a lot at school. And then my dad was an umpire and Sunday mornings down at the Tip Top when they had a ball game down there. And so I'm guessing probably softball.
What do you like now for watching?
Baseball, football.
Last question. One last question, and that's from Carter.
Okay.
And I didn't do this in any order, but it kind of works. What are you looking forward to being 90 years old?
I'm looking forward to my 50th grandchild.
Really? 50 right there?
Yeah.
Holy
I didn't even record. No,
It's number 50.
Oh,
Well, today is one of the best days of my life.